Hey, my stock market squad, how my bulls doing? The ever-growing bull population out there. I love it, guys. Thank you for all the support. It's your boy, the Sherpa here. The Sherpa is here with a new Sherpas list for the month of September. It's been 1 month since the last Sherpas list. We've done nothing but had fantastic returns and done very, very well for ourselves in spite of market turmoil, as well as all-time highs and as well as Fed discussion and everything else. I'm going to try to keep this more brief than usual. We're going to go straight to the Sherpas list. This edition will also have some information that I've been wanting to share with you guys about my plans to move into infrastructure. The market is telling us exactly where to go with this infrastructure bill. I've listened to several of the fund managers that I follow. Remember, never follow anybody that doesn't have a paycheck that depends on it like I do. And don't follow anybody but me. Just let me decipher the information. So here we go. This is going to be a little mixture of the Sherpas list. We're going to burn through it. Then we're going to talk about the infrastructure plans, how I plan on implementing into the ever bullish portfolio, all stock portfolio next year, and a big announcement. Anybody who buys the ever bullish one all stock portfolio for $100 from now through the end of the year will get the $100 pricing on it, and next year's, so it's considered a pre-order, and next year's ever bullish all stock portfolio. Right now, we're beating the market by over 10%. We switched to Ethereum before this massive run, and we're beating the shit out of the market. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, it looks like we're sharing. I'm going to minimize myself and maximize the list here. Remember, guys, go to everbullish.com. When you're at the main screen, just click on the right side over here on the hamburger or at the top. It depends on if you're on a desktop or not. Go down to the Sherpas list. The Sherpas list is free. It will always be free. It's free for you. These are the exact stocks that myself, a professional trader and portfolio manager, is walking around with in my pocket at all times, and I'm sharing them with you for free. So what do we have here? We have a tiny hedge strategy on. I'm bullish on the following stocks. Going to give you a bit of a preview to the EB1 for next year, also known as the Ever Bullish All Stock. That's the portfolio I was speaking about that we're pre-selling now. Trade the infrastructure bill. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about crypto. It's crushed it in all of its glory, just like I told you, just like my last 4 or 5 videos. And by the way, feel free to return the favor after you've made money trading these the way I know all of you have. So congratulations. Buy your boy a cup of coffee. It's the afternoon, or it's still the morning, but I'm already on the pre-workout this morning. So let's talk about the stocks that I like. Here's how it is. These aren't in a particular order, but they are kind of selected together, so I love that. MARA is Marathon Patent Group. They mine both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I love them. You guys followed that option trade. It was 121% at its least. So you're welcome on that one. No, that one was only about a 20 to 30% gain for me, but if you're still holding, you're welcome. Ethereum is going through the roof. What did I say? You guys know it. If you want to beat the market the rest of the year, don't buy stocks, just buy Ethereum. How come your portfolio manager doesn't tell you this? I'm telling you this. Sitting in my underwear with a dress shirt on, sweating my ass off in Central Texas, and I've told you exactly how to double your money over what the market has done this year, and I told you how I was going to do it. I documented it. We did it. Go tell your portfolio manager you want your money back. Hive blockchain technology, very similar. Remember, the rule used to be, or the rule still is, never underestimate a stock with a cool ticker symbol. That's why I like Riot. Then I like Marathon. Then I like Hive, and then I like SOS. I don't trade SOS anymore because it's Chinese. Get it out of here. Hive, Bitcoin, blockchain technology, rather, HVBT. Love it. You can buy that one too. Supposedly they're better at mining Ethereum. I don't even look into it. I just watch the price action and gauge it. GBTC, that's Bitcoin. It's going to go up. SOXL, that's 3-time on the tech sector. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Coinbase, told you to buy that at the beginning of this week. If you bought that at the beginning of this week, go buy me a cup of coffee. You're welcome. CPE, Callum Petroleum, we all know how to trade that one. PaySafe, I love PaySafe. This stock is as ripe as it's ever been, in my opinion. I will be buying options on it soon. It's just a matter of time before it pops. And when we look at the heat maps, the direction of the market isn't really on that kind of the digital revolution, digital infrastructure and payments. It's not there yet. I believe with the gaming boom, as well as the sports gaming boom, as well as just the anonymity online, I believe that that's going to be the next big one. And it's trading under its SPAC open price at $10. So buy it. Riot, love it. Talked about that. SoFi, did an entire video on it that I'll link at the end of this. Love it. Buy it. Consider the warrants on this one, by the way. It's SOFIW. MELI. I forget even what that company does other than e-commerce in South America. But ever since I've been told about that from one of my bulls out there and a dear friend who manages money for a living, that I do just trade that one. I don't believe in international stocks, you know that. But if I'm going to go international, I'm going to go South America. Devin, 30% in the last month. You're welcome. FTCV rather. Getting dyslexic on you. This dyslexic Sherpa here. FTCV, I'm not so sure. It just seems to make sense. We'll see how eToro goes with PayPal jumping into the space. It seems like everybody out there is becoming a discount broker, and I love it because all you brokers that follow my shit to sound smart to all your customers, they are going to take your job. And the real method to go with investing is newsletter investing. It cuts out the regulation that only pads the pockets of fat cats that don't want you to get rich. Shorty, remember, shorty's my hedge. I've got a little bit of shorty. I'm still holding on to that shorty. We're bouncing off all-time highs. The market is completely doomed. We all know it. We're kind of just throwing our hands in the air and riding the roller coaster. And at some point, the roller coaster is going to stop. And there's a lot of people in line that are going to be disappointed. And you're going to be out, and you're going to be making that money on the downside. So you're welcome on that one. Arrival's just on there because I like to follow the EV space. Remember, I got my posters back here. I am literally obsessed with the EV revolution. I believe this is exactly like going back to 1849 in the gold rush. There's going to be 10 or 20 big dogs that make all the money and get all the gold, and everybody else is going to get stuck holding their pail. So pick up your axe, pick up your bucket, pick up your shovel, climb with the Sherpa. Let's go to the top of the mountain, baby. I forgot I got to do something here. Go to everbullish.com, buy one of my portfolios. Remember, once again, we're going to say, how do I do this? Yeah, you guys know what it is. Go to buy a portfolio. Any of the $100 portfolios will get you next year's, the Ever Bullish All Stock portfolio. All purchases from this point on for the rest of the year will also get you next year's. Think about it like a pre-order with a little icing on the cake. All right, here we are. NVIDIA, you know that's one of my favorite stocks. I've owned this thing since it was at $100, rode it all the way up to $700 before the split. Still on it, still love it. Wish I hadn't sold that option and I'd have a mansion somewhere. But then I wouldn't be doing this, and that wouldn't be any fun. DRIO, that's the Dario Health. They make back and spine stuff. I just like it because it's a ton of volatility. I also like it because one of my bulls had spine injury and needed this, and he said it was the best device out there. That's enough for me. Avenger, we've watched it go above a buck. I told you to buy it at a buck. Now it's at 90 cents. It's been down as far as 80 cents. This thing's going to be at, $1.50, $2.50 next year. It's also going to be down to 50 next year. So buy volatility, trade volatility. I have Apple in here because it's Square money. I like to see what Apple does versus the rest of the market. Square is one of my favorite tech stocks out there. Jack Dorsey does not screw up. The score, I told you about that when I was at 20. Now it's at 35, and it's not stopping. You're welcome. ERX is the oils ETF that I've been trading and continue to trade, and I have some massive options on that one that you all know about, and I've got another month and a half for oil to hit roughly 75. That should hit about 35. I just did this with LabU. I'm going to do it again here. I'm looking for at least 100% return on those options. It's not a bad time to buy if you want to go back and look at my other video about those options, or just go read the investing article that was most recent. Okay, keep moving. Go EV, Laser. These are both very similar companies. These are based in the EV revolution. Going to keep it moving. Lululemon. This is my favorite retail stock besides Yeti. They go hand in hand. If I had the option, I would just, and I do in my portfolios. Just buy Lulu and buy Yeti, and don't buy any other retail stocks. Beat the market, take less risk, and just make the money that the fools out there aren't doing. Modern portfolio theory is dead. You don't have to own 150 retail stocks that weigh each other down. Just buy the best ones. Tesla, love it. Love Tesla right now. Activision, we're going to see about that one. I'm watching that one for someone else. DraftKings, Amazon, Mara, EOG, GS, AbbVie. AbbVie took a big fall the other day. Buy the dip on AbbVie. Plug. UWMC, WT. I'm done with UWMC. I actually took the traditional ticker off of my list. I meant to take this one and I forgot it. I missed it, but UWMC is a piece of shit. I'm not trading it anymore. FAS is the 3 times on the banks. If you buy that when interest rates go up, you're going to make probably 20 or 30% over the next year. We just need that to start happening. We need Jerome to stop the helicopter money, but then we're making money in all of the helicopter stocks. So I don't really care, but this is how you trade, hedge, ride. Again, piece of shit. I watch this for other people, not for myself. Lending Club, you're welcome on that one. NVAX has gone through the roof. And that's just a vaccine play. I love it. LabU is my baby and the engine of my portfolio. Okay, I'm trying to keep these shorter. I can brain dump all day. All I'm doing is a brain dump. This is a part of my process. I want to share this with you. This is a note. If you see here, this is from 10/18 today. I was walking, if you could call it jogging. I was trying to jog out here up the hills and in the hot Texas sun, and it's humid and it was nasty. And I started doing some research on my cell phone, and I always make notes. I have about 350 notes on my phone at any given time. But here's the deal, infrastructure theme. Main things, heavy equipment, construction, engineering, materials, right? Well, I always tell you guys I don't trade utilities, I don't trade industrials, and I don't trade materials because they're so boring to me that I could give a shit if I make any money in them, right? Well, it's about time to kick that idea. So infrastructure is going to be a huge piece of the ever bullish portfolio next year. And if I need to make a trade and step on the market's neck even more than I already am, I'm going to do it again this year. And it's going to be straight into infrastructure. Remember, don't let it be a hard trade. Let it be an easy trade. Don't make things harder than it is. Life is hard enough. Make your trading easy. Follow the Sherpa to the top of the mountain. Roads, bridges, rail, we think about that. But there's also almost $100 billion going into clean tech and infrastructure. Also smart grid battery storage, also digital infrastructure, okay? That I looked into the bill a little bit more, and it's really pieced out kind of nicely. So my favorite stock right now that I'm going to give you is Jacobs Engineering. 97% of the revenue in Jacobs' balance sheet actually comes, 97% comes from the direct language that is included in the infrastructure bill. You think that those politicians didn't have a talk with one of the biggest domestic engineering companies? You're crazy. Go buy it. Jacobs Engineering. I didn't even put the ticker on here because I want you to have to go find the symbol. You got to start learning how to trade with me. I'm giving you so much shit. You got to just go look up Jacobs Engineering and buy it. All right. Second thing is, these are the three that I'm going to give you now. I'm going to come out with a white paper later, and I'm going to put these in the Ever Bullish portfolio for next year. The Ever Bullish all stock. So go buy it. Remember, $100. Battery tech. I found out that there's only five companies that control 75% of the lithium in the entire world. We're trying to break our ties with China, right? Well, they're the ones that do it. So one of those five companies is LAC. That's called Livent. LAC. No, I'm sorry. Livent is actually LTHM. All right. Livent is LTHM. Just go buy it. And then there's LAC. LAC is a domestic producer. Livent, that LTHM, operates only in South America. Well, for the most part. If we're trying to break our reliance on China, and lithium is going to be basically mined for all of these batteries and EVs, and over 50% of EVs purchased in the next, or vehicles purchased in the next 12 to 18 months, as estimated by Investors Business Daily, are going to be EV vehicles. Crazy, right? So go buy that. Just go buy both of those. You get it. I've explained it enough. I've already given you the route. I've checked the weather. We've got the equipment together, and I've been to the top of the mountain many times. Just come with me. Ooh. Sorry for the language there. But yes, that's what it is. I'm Chase. I'm the Stock Sherpa. I just gave you the Sherpas list. These come out once every month. They are and will always be free. All I ask in return, instead of charging a subscription fee and letting you forget about your credit card that's already on file with those automatic charges, just go buy me a cup of coffee, show some appreciation, love a round of golf, wouldn't mind a trip to Vegas. I know how much money you guys are making out there, and I want you to keep that money, so you only pay what you think this information is worth. I love you all. Thank you, Bulls. Huge thank you to everybody that's supported so far. We have 1,200 Bulls on the newsletter, and most of those have made contributions. Even more so, you are supporting the Ever Bullish mission and making sure that investors are getting the scale that they deserve in newsletter investing, and not having to rely on those dumb dipshits with musical theater degrees that have a CFP designation behind their name and tell you that you're going to run out of money using a calculator that the company created such that you will buy their fee-based product. That's bullshit. I'm fighting against that, and I'm fighting for you. While you're at it, go to Ever Bullish on Instagram. Follow my trades on Instagram. It's the best follow on Instagram. Check it out. These are real-time trades. You'll see what I'm doing, and I post some funny stuff too. And also go add me on LinkedIn. Why not? They say not to do any of this stuff. I don't care. I'm doing it. You can't stop a train, baby. The great Outcast once said that. I'm getting wordy. Sherpa, AFG, LFG. Let's get rich. LGR. Sherpa out.